Hi again, everyone. Welcome to the Mayfield Trojan Gym, where tonight we got some high school basketball for you here on Cool Oldies as the Oregon Mountain Knights take on the Mayfield Trojans in a district battle. Oregon Mountain 7-10, Mayfield is 9-9. The Trojans are 3-1 in district. Oregon Mountain is 2-1 in district. The Knights are 2-3 on the road, and the Trojans are 2-2 here at home. Should be a good matchup as the Trojans and Knights do battle. Coach Keith Roberts of Mayfield was an assistant to Rocky Gonzalez last year at Mayfield. Rocky Gonzalez left to take the job at Oregon Mountain. Keith Roberts is now the head coach at Mayfield on an interim basis. And so that'll be an interesting storyline as this game goes on tonight. We'll take this break. We'll hear from Coach Keith Roberts after this on Cool Oldies.
The Hacienda Grill, Inn, and Cantina in Mesilla is uniquely designed to offer an inviting, relaxed atmosphere. You can enjoy a chill-packed with spectacular views from the rooftop deck and from the terrace. Have your favorite sporting event in the cantina while sipping on cocktails.
Welcome back to the countdown to tip-off. Keith Roberts.
Freshly made coffee to Southwest Power Mall and entrees, including seafood
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a reminder, no artificial electronic voice amplifiers, voice makers, or handheld signs will be allowed at any of the events. Any signs with the enthusiast must be approved by the school administrator.
A proud supporter of
Well, schools and possess self-control and diversity of personal responsibility while all succeed in our efforts to compete with life.
Welcome back to the countdown to tip-off. Keith Roberts, the head coach of the Trojans, our guest, as the Trojans take on the Knights tonight. And you were assistant to Rocky last year. How does that impact this matchup?
It just gets me extra motivated to, honestly, personally, to the administration of Mayfield, just to, know that the program's in good hands. And, the players are, extra motivated too.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about tonight's matchup. I saw them 2 times. I saw them against the Bulldogs and against the Hawks. My first look at you guys. So fill me in on how you see the matchup tonight.
Well, it's going to be a physical game for sure. We're going to, play our hearts out. They are too. But I think at the end of the day, it's just going to come down to execution. Who's making the right shots, who's making the right passes, who's putting it on the floor strong, not turning it over. So I think at the end of the day, physicality is going to match physicality, intensity is going to match intensity, but it's all about execution at the end of the day.
Well, their ball club that I saw on Tuesday night against the Hawks, Karras, the inside guy, really had a nice game. Hit all his free throws, but they scored a lot from the outside. A lot of their field goals were 3-point buckets. So you got to watch him on the inside, and then they got some shooters that can hurt you if you leave them open.
Oh, definitely. And what I told my team yesterday, when we were just watching a few film clips is, If right away or just at some point in the game, if our off-the-ball defense is such to where they give up open threes or where we give up open threes, that's how we know we're playing bad defense in the moment. So that's the barometer. So they're focused on it. They know they can't leave the shooters open, and whoever's guarding inside needs to, stay focused.
Yeah, they had 6 threes against Centennial and 7 twos. So not a whole lot of field goals in that game. A lot of their points came from the line. Imagine you want to keep from giving them the freebies.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just staying disciplined. We know what to do. We know how to close out. We know how to move our feet. We know how to show our hands and keep them off the opponents. So, we just got to limit all their points, especially from the free throw line.
Tell me about your ball club. Who are you looking to get you going? Who's the motor to the Trojans?
Honestly, it could be anyone. We have 7 seniors on the squad, and, they've been through a bunch of battles together. So one night it could be the point guard, Jalen Green. Another night it could be our junior, Davion Smith. Another night it could be Cameron Sowards. Even our sophomore, AC Munoz. So I think, especially at this point, 19 games in, this is game 19 for us. Just each other, and whoever needs to be the motor will be the motor, and we go from there.
All right, Coach. Thanks for your time. Good luck, Trojans. Back with more after this on Cool Oldies. Welcome.
The Hacienda Grill, Inn, and Cantina in Mesilla is uniquely designed.
Yes, that was a break. When I say Cool Oldies, it's time for a break. How long is this going to be? Okay. This will be the last break of pregame. Thank you. Okay, they're about ready to start, so this needs to be the last break, the last spot. Thank you. All right, welcome back to the Trojan Gym. We're about ready to get this game underway. The Knights in their black uniforms, Knights across the chest. Trojans wearing the home whites, the Knights in the black road jerseys. Smith jumping center for Mayfield. Rivera jumping center for the Knights, and the tip is controlled by Mayfield. So Mayfield will get first crack at it. Lawrence Flores feeds it off right side. Baseline jumper up by Munoz. No good. Kick out. And a three for Escobar. And Escobar hits the three-point bucket. And it's 3-0 Mayfield right out of the gate. Knights with the ball. Bringing it up for Oregon Mountain is Del Ferraro. And a steal by Escobar. Escobar ahead of the pack, lays it up and in. Escobar has all 5 of Mayfield's points and a good start for the Trojans as the Trojans lead it 5-0. And another turnover for the Knights. Lawrence Flores drives, kick out left corner to Escobar, who has the hot hand to start this game. Out on the right side, Munoz gives it off on top to Smith. Smith puts it on the floor, takes it to the left side. They swing it into the corner to Escobar. This time he misses. Rebound pulled down by Sowards. And the tip, and up with it is Pacini for the Oregon Mountain Knights. Pass knocked away by the Trojans and a foul whistled against Mayfield. So a good start for the Trojans here at home. 5-0 Mayfield. Mayfield hasn't played a whole lot of home games. It's only their 5th home game of the season. Anthony Escobar with his first foul of the game. 6:51 to play in the first quarter, 5-0 Mayfield. Brian Gonzalez throws it in to Washington. Washington out front right side, drives to the three-point line, kicks it off to Rivera. Left side to Brian Gonzalez, underneath to Karras. Karras misses, gets his own rebound. He misses again. Rebound cleared by the Trojan Sowards. Sowards gets it across the timeline to Munoz. Sowards for 3. No good. Rebound corralled by the Oregon Mountain Knights. Brian Gonzalez with it, and he'll bring it up himself. 5-0 Trojans, 6:18 to play in the opening quarter. Rivera inside to Karras. Karras gets a man off his feet and draws a foul, and he'll shoot 2. I think it's going to be Davian Smith picking up his first. Leading scorers for the Oregon Mountain Knights, it's Brandon Karras, who's at the free throw line now. Averages 15.3 points per game. He had 17 against Centennial on Tuesday night. His free throw no good. He went 9 of 11 at the free throw line against the Hawks Tuesday night. The leading scorer for the Trojans, wearing number 12, is Davian Smith at 13.8 points per game. 5-0 Trojans, 6:11 to play first quarter. Second free throw circles the rim and comes out. Rebound corralled by Mayfield. So the Trojans up 5 zip, almost 2 minutes into the game. Trojans with some substitutions. Munoz in the right corner, working against Gonzalez. Feeds it off to Smith. Smith at the top of the circle. He gives it off left side to Green. Green fires it out to Munoz for 3, barely nicks the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Rivera of Oregon Mountain. 5-0 Trojans, 5:40 to play in the opening quarter. I'm Jeff Matthews, glad to have you along on Cool Oldies. Karras underneath. Out on top, Gonzalez with it. Brian gives it off to Karras, to Washington. Washington to Pacini. Pacini, a good three-point shooter, gets it inside to Rivera, and they're fighting for the ball. They've knocked it free. Jump ball. And the arrow will give it to Oregon Mountain. 5:20 to play first quarter, 5-0 Trojans. In for the Knights. Wilson coming out for the Knights, Brian Gonzalez, who started. Wilson gets it in. Rivera's jumper good. He rattles it home. He averages 6.1 points a game, had 9 against Centennial the other night. And it's a 3-point Trojan lead. 5:08 to play in the opening quarter. Trojans get it across. Ball jarred free. And up with it, the Knights. Washington with it. 2-on-2. Washington to the hole. Banker no good. Draws the foul and earns a trip to the free throw line. I think it'll be Lawrence Flores who picks up the foul for Mayfield. Second against Mayfield, first on Flores. It's 5-2 Trojans, and the Knights back to the free throw line. Lenny Washington, who averages 7.4 points per game. He's just a freshman at 6'3". And the first good. And it's 5-3, Mayfield by 2, with 4:57 to play in the opening quarter. Lenny Washington at the free throw line for his second. He went 2 for 4 at the foul line against Centennial Tuesday night. Second free throw, no good. Mayfield Sowards clears the rebound. And the Knights are just 1 for 4 at the foul line. Trojans by 2 with the ball. Here's a three cranked up by Smith. It hits the back of the rim, high up into the air. And a battle for the rebound saved in by Cameron Sowards. Nope, he went out of bounds, they say. So it'll actually be Oregon Mountain basketball. 4:44 to play first quarter. The Trojans 5. And the Knights 3. Lenny Washington, left corner to Pacini for 3. He drains it. Aiden Pacini had 9 against Centennial on 3 3-pointers. He gives the Knights a 6-5 lead. Right side for the Trojans, Munoz underneath. Sowards fade away. Good. Nice shot by Cameron Sowards. He averages 9.6 points per game. Mayfield by 1, and the Knights with the basketball. Washington right side. Drives down to the baseline, kicks it out. Here's a 3-pointer from Rivera, no good. Sowards there for the rebound. Sowards gives the basketball off to Green. Green in the front court to Munoz. Munoz kicks it out for a 3. It's on the way. Good. Jalen Green, the 3-point bucket. And the Trojans lead it 9, and make it 10. 10-6, it says on the scoreboard. Trojans with the lead by 4. Knights trying to enter it to Karras. 2 players go down. Ball rolls free. Mayfield picks it up. Green. Right side to Davis. Davis stripped. Lenny Washington, the freshman, going the other way. 1-on-3. Banks it up and in. Then has a little something to say after he scores. It's 10-8. Mayfield's lead is 2. 3:17 to play first quarter. Mayfield turns it over. Green bounced it off left side to an unaware teammate who let it go out of bounds, and Mayfield will take a timeout. Timeout on the floor, 3:14 to play first quarter. The Trojans 10 and the Knights 8 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Let's pause a minute. You're listening to Cool Oldies. Welcome back. Jeff Matthews with you. Glad to have you along. Trojans 10, Knights 8, night basketball. 3:08 to play in the first quarter. Rivera, right side to Wilson. They feed it inside to Karras. Karras saves it in. It goes out of bounds off Davis. It'll be Oregon Mountain night basketball. A lot of talking and a technical charged against Mayfield. So J.J. Davis picks up the technical, and it'll be Wilson to shoot 2 technical shots. First on the way, good. And that makes it 10-9 Mayfield. 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter. This free throw would tie it up. Second one on the way, good. 10-10 the score. A little 4-0 run for Oregon Mountain to tie things up. J.J. Davis, the senior, picks up the technical. Talking a little trash. Pass kicked as they toss it in near midcourt. It'll stay with the Knights. They'll throw it in again. 10-10 the score. Mayfield jumped out to a 5-0 lead, but then the Knights went on a 6-0 run to take a 1-point lead. Then the Trojans stretched the lead out to 4, and now the Knights have caught them. Lenny Washington, right corner to Wilson, inside to Rivera. Ball's on the floor. He picks it up, throws it up wildly, no good. Rebound to Karras, and he scores. Brandon Karras with his first bucket makes it 12-10. Oregon Mountain with the lead. 2:36 to play first quarter. Trojans have it. Watson gives it off to Smith. Smith dribbling at the top of the circle, gets a screen, feeds it off right side to Munoz. Munoz backing it away, keeps the dribble alive, penetrates the wing, loses the ball on the way in. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Knights. Twelve to 10, Oregon Mountain, 2:16 to play in the first quarter. We've had one tie and 3 lead changes so far already in the first 5:45 of this game. Lenny Washington brings it up. Washington feeds it off left side. Pacini to Washington. Washington to Rivera. Rivera bounces it into Karras, right of the lane. Kick out, Wilson for a 3. Nothing but net. He's got 5. And it's now 15-10. The Knights with a 5-point lead. Trojans attack the bucket, and a foul on the shot. Davian Smith stays on the floor after being fouled. He'll shoot 2. If he gets up, he's 6'4" junior that's chilling out on the floor right now. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him. A little slow in getting up. We'll see who got the foul. 23 is Lenny Washington. That's his first against the Knights. And Smith is up now, but he's walking over to the pad. And looks like he's rubbing his temples with both fists. I'm going to take him out and send J.J. Davis in to shoot his free throws. 1:47 to play first quarter. It's 15-10. Oregon Mountain with the lead. Well, they put 33 up on the board, which would be Karras. I thought it was 23 he signaled. Yeah, they're changing it. They're making sure the score table recognizes it's 23, not 33. Free throw by Davis, no good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first, please stay away from the sports table down the game.
1:47 to play first quarter. It's 15-10. The Knights with the lead. Second free throw. In and out, back in. Got it to go. That makes it 15-11. The Knights with the lead. Scoreboards are wrong. Washington to Pacini. Pacini to Rivera. Rivera feeds it off right side. Smith with it. Smith out on top to Rivera to Pacini on the perimeter to Washington. Left corner. Drive. Pull-up jumper. Good. Lenny Washington with a nice move. He's got 5. It's 17-11. Oregon Mountain by 6. 1:20 to play first quarter. Knights with a takeaway, but then they throw it away. J.J. Davis takes it up, and he missed a little layup, but a putback by Sowards. And the Trojans get the bucket and cut it to 4 at 17-13. Wilson, left of the key. Rivera, top of the circle. He gives it off to Pacini, left side to Wilson. Sowards has the defensive assignment, flashing into the post. Taking it as Rivera misses the jumper, ends up on his wallet. Trojans rebound the miss. Bringing it up is Munoz. Gives it off to J.J. Davis. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Mayfield's down 4 with the ball. Sowards gives it off to Green. Green right of the key. Shovels it off. With it is Munoz. Munoz a one-step dribble. Gives it off to Green. Out on top it goes to Sowards. He bounces it off to Davis. It's poked right back out of there by Washington. Sowards with it. Gives it off to Green. Right corner to Munoz. He gives it off to Green to Sowards for 3. Up the front of the rim, no good. 16 seconds to play in the first quarter, and the Knights rebound. But a double dribble called against Roy Venegas, who rebounded the miss. And the Trojans will get it back down 4 with 13 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Williams checks in for the Knights. Christian Williams, a 6'2 senior. Coming out of the game is the freshman Ray Venegas. Mayfield to throw it in. Green to trigger. Gets it in underneath to Soward. Soward scores. Cameron Sowards with 6 points, and Mayfield's cut it to 2. 7 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Washington in midcourt with 3, down to 2, down to 1. His shot at the horn, good! Lenny Washington has 7, and it's a 19-point first quarter for Oregon Mountain. Oregon Mountain 19, Mayfield 15 at the end of 1 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Back in a minute on Cool Oldies. All right, 20-15, Oregon Mountain leads Mayfield at the end of 1 quarter of play. So I guess they gave him a 3, huh? All right, Trojan ball to begin the second quarter. Knights lead it by 5. Trojans working against the man-to-man. Ball bounced out on top to Davis. Right side to Sowards for a 3, no good. It's out of bounds, and no, it isn't. Saved in. Up with it is Wilson. Ahead to Karras. Karras into the paint. He's fouled. No, charging. They're calling it on Karras. So that's his first. 7:30 to play in the half. 20-15. The Knights with the lead. And it's Trojan basketball. Three-pointer on the first pass across the timeline, and a 3-point bucket for AC Munoz, who averages 7.6 points a game. Mayfield cuts it to 2 with that 3-point bucket. Munoz hits 30% from beyond the 3-point line. Knights with a 3-pointer on the other end. Rivera hits. Dorian Rivera has 5. And it's 23-18. Oregon Mountain back up by 5. Left side. That's Sowards. Sowards gives it off to Green. Green feeds it off to Munoz to the free throw line. Cut off there. Munoz right of the key. Feeds it out on top. Here's a 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Long rebound grab by Matthews of Mayfield, but he traveled with it after the rebound. And it'll be Oregon Mountain basketball. 23-18. Oregon Mountain with the lead. 6:42 to play in the second quarter on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Lenny Washington having a good game. He has 8 points. Rivera on the right wing. Underneath to Karras. Karras lays it up and in. Right underneath. He's got 4. And the Knights by 7. That's the biggest lead for either ball club in the game. J.J. Davis, right wing, double team. Feeds it inside to Sowards. Turnaround jumper from 9's no good. Nobody underneath the rebound for Mayfield. And up with the rebound is Washington for the Knights. He brings it up. Knights by 7 with the ball. Here's a 3, left wing, front of the rim, no good. Del Ferraro missed it. Knights get it back. Rivera's fade away. Banker no good. Karras there. He scores. Brandon Karras with the third shot on the possession gives Oregon Mountain a 9-point lead. 5:50 to play until halftime. J.J. Davis out on top. Sowards with it now. Davis in the right corner. Off to Sowards. Looks like the Knights are in a zone. Nope, that's man-to-man. It was just the way the Trojans were stationed, it appears. Right side, J.J. Davis. They're switching, though, on screens. Out on top, it's Green. Green goes right of the lane, throws it up and misses it. 3 Trojans there for the rebound. Green's put back swatted. Might have gone off the side of the backboard. Trojans get it back. 5:16 to play in the half. Mayfield's down 9. Munoz pivots, feeds it off right side to Green. Green throws it off a Knight, and a foul whistled. Whistled against the Knights, Del Ferraro. Trevon Del Ferraro picks up his first. Noah Alvarez in for the Trojans. Coming out of the game is Casey Matthews. 5:09 to play in the second quarter. Mayfield with the ball, down 9 as they get set to throw it in front of the Knight bench. Alvarez takes the inbounds, feeds it off to Munoz. Munoz at the head of the key, gives it off to Green. Left side to Sowards, long 3 from the angle, no good. And a rebounding foul against Alvarez. That's his first. 4th against the Trojans, 3 against the Knights. 4:57 to play in the second quarter. And Mayfield down 9. Oregon Mountain with the basketball. Lenny Washington, right side. Gets it back now. And a foul and a push-off called on Lenny Washington. Now they put 33 on the board. So Karras called for the foul, not Washington. I thought it was Washington. He had the ball and was dribbling, and there was a kind of a little push-off. But they've charged it officially to Karras. So 1 on Washington, 2 on Karras now. Timeout, Oregon Mountain, 27-18. The Knights lead the Trojans in the second quarter on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. We'll keep it here. It was 19-15 Oregon Mountain at the end of 1. Mayfield jumped out to a 5-0 lead, but then Oregon Mountain scored the next 6 to take a 1-point lead. Oregon Mountain at one point went on a 9-5 run to kind of stretch out a 5-point lead. And right now they're up to a 9-point lead, outscoring Mayfield 10-3 during this most recent stretch. 4:44 to play in the second quarter. It's 27-18. Oregon Mountain with the lead. We're streaming the game video-wise on the Mesilla Valley News Facebook and YouTube channels in case you want to watch. It's with our audio. They're now talking about that last foul, I think. Rocky Gonzalez in a discussion with the official. I think they charged the wrong person with the foul, personally. But I am not 100% certain on that. I thought it would be on Washington. They charged it to Karras. Anyway, here we go. And a foul against the Knights. Christian Williams swiping in for a steal, called for the foul. It's his first. 4th, make it the 5th against the Knights. 4 against the Trojans, 5 against the Knights. Knights by 9. 4:36 to play. Trojan ball, and the Knights take it away. A drive by Green, a little out of control, and he got stripped. Bringing it up is Del Ferraro. Man-to-man defense for the Trojans. Del Ferraro dribbling near the center stripe. Mayfield overplaying. Ball goes into the backcourt, and a foul whistled against Mayfield. Looks like they're going to get Green. Jalen Green with his first. Number 5 against Mayfield. So it's 27-18. The Knights with the lead. 4:19 to play in the second quarter. Neither team in the bonus. And the Knights throwing it in. They get it into Washington in the backcourt, guarded by Green. Washington right-hands it across the timeline, switches to a left-handed dribble, shovels it off to Pacini. Pacini, left of the key, feeds it inside to Karras. Little baby hook, good. He leads the Knights with 8, and Oregon Mountain's up 11 here with 4:01 to play in the half. A double-digit lead for the Knights on the road. J.J. Davis Gets it out on top to Munoz. Munoz puts it on the floor, pivots with it, gives it off to Sowards. He gives it off right side to Green. Green, left side to Munoz. Long three off the back of the rim, no good. Long rebound grab by the Knights on the run, Rivera. Rivera drives the floor to the hole, lays it up and in straight on. He's got 7, and now it's 31-18. Oregon Mountain up 13 with 3:30 to play in the half. Driving is Sowards. Takes it in amongst the trees, misses. Rebound to Karras. Pacini on the other end, gives it to Washington. Washington pivots to the free throw line, out to Pacini. Long three off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound to Karras, and a foul whistled on the rebound. It's against Mayfield. Foul goes against J.J. Davis. He comes out of the game. Escobar goes back in. It's a second foul against J.J. Davis, so the Knights will throw it in on the common foul. Williams throws it into Karras. He loses it, gets it back way out front, gives it off to Washington. He drives, gets left of the lane, banks it up, no good, earns a trip to the line. He's fouled by Alvarez. That's his second. Number 7 against Mayfield. And Lenny Washington, 1 of 2 at the free throw line, has 8 points. 6'3" freshman, averages 7.4 points per game, and he's already got 7 here in the first half. He was 2 for 4 at the free throw line Tuesday night against the Hawks, and he misses this one. He's 1 for 3 tonight against the Trojans. Mayfield with just 3 points in the second quarter, and there's 3:07 remaining in the second quarter. So in 4 minutes and 53 seconds, the Trojans have made 1 3-point bucket. Washington's second free throw good. And that makes it 32-18. Oregon Mountain with the lead. 3:04 to play until halftime. Knights are trapping. Alvarez takes it underneath, kicks it out to Sowards, spotting up for a 3, and he hits. 9 points for Cameron Sowards, so he's hit his average already. Sowards averages 9.6 points per ball game, and it's 32-21, the Knights with the lead. Karras underneath, muscles his way to the bucket, lays it up and in. They don't have an answer for him. 10 points for Brandon Karras, 34-21. Oregon Mountain leads it by 13. It's their biggest lead of the night. Sowards at the free throw line to Escobar. Ball fake, drive, pull-up jumper off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound to Karras. 2:22 to play in the half. And the Knights with the 13-point lead and the basketball. Washington gives it off. 3-pointer on the way from Williams, no good. Rebound battle won by Mayfield. Munoz grabs it, takes it up the floor on the fly, bounces it off left corner. 3 on the way from Flores, in and out, no good. And the ball out of bounds off Sowards. It belongs to the Knights. 2:02 to play in the half. Oregon Mountains opened up a 13-point lead. Checking in for the Trojans is Ashton Watson. Coming out for the Trojans is Noah Alvarez. 34-21, Oregon Mountain with the lead on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Rivera, Washington, Pacini, Karras, and Christian Williams for the Knights. And Washington, the freshman, will walk it up. Gets it across the timeline. Gives it up to Pacini, right wing. He drives baseline. No help coming. He lays it up and in. Pacini's got 5, and it's 36-21. The Knights have opened up a 15-point lead. Watson feeds it off to Escobar, to Sowards, wide open for a 3. It's a little long. Rebound comes all the way out to Escobar. He drives it back in there. His little jumper crawls off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Washington. His outlet swiped. Munoz feeds it off to Sowards. Nice look to Watson, but Washington blocks his shot. Rivera up with it for the Knights. He gives it off to Washington. Washington drives, gets to the rack, lays it up and in. Lenny Washington has 11. It's 38-21. Oregon Mountain by 17 with 1:06 to play in the second quarter. Watson gives it off. Washington jars it free at the high post. And a jump ball, I think is the call on the arrow. It'll be Knights basketball. Del Ferraro and Wilson in for the Knights. Washington and Rivera come out of the game. 59 seconds to play in the second quarter. The Knights by 17. Knights to throw it in. Del Ferraro gets it into Wilson. Wilson gets it across the timeline. Wilson to the head of the key. Wilson feeds it inside. Turnaround jumper from Williams is good. Williams with the bucket. It's 40-21. Oregon Mountain up 19 on the road in the Mayfield gym. Escobar left of the key. Feeds it off. And a ball tied up. Nope, they're going to call a foul. Driving was Munoz. And the Knight reached in. Got a lot of ball, but he got a little arm too. Del Ferraro picks up the foul. His second. Both teams are in the bonus now. And it'll be AC Munoz going to the free throw line where he's an 81% free throw shooter. It'll be 1-1. Yeah, they're not in the 1-1. So they'll get it in. They haven't shot a free throw yet as Mayfield. They get it into Sowards. He lays it up and in. Cameron Sowards in double figures with 11. It's 40-23. Oregon Mountain by 17. 23 seconds to play in the half. Wilson left wing. Wilson gives it off to Karras. Karras, 15-foot jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Sowards of Mayfield. Trojans the other way, 12 seconds to play in the half. Three is launched and good by Escobar. He's got 8. Boy, they needed that. It's still a 14-point lead for Oregon Mountain, down to 2, down to 1. There's the horn as the ball goes out of bounds. So Mayfield ends on a little 5-0 run, but it's still a pretty comfortable lead for the Knights on the road. Oregon Mountain 40, Mayfield 26 at the half on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Some halftime activities coming your way after this timeout on Cool Oldies.
Only $70, that is on point. 10 people for $70. Mini wings served up to 5 sauces and ranch. 24 packs cut into bite-sized pieces, perfect for picnics. Types of salsa and ketchup, including a bag of chips plus 22%.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Mayfield Trojanets,
knows what it takes to grow successfully in Western Florida. Western Florida is conservative as a
Yes, ma'am. Okay, we still got 6:55 of halftime to go, so we're good. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, reminder, proceed non-basketball on the floor. You are match or security will remove you.
Welcome back. It's halftime, and it's 40-26. Mayfield trails Oregon Mountain here at the half. So the Knights up big by 14 at intermission on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Our halftime stats are brought to you by the Real Man in Mesilla. Stop by and pick up some hats. He's got derbies, ascots, women's hats, sun hats, and he has some resort wear as well, Hawaiian shirts and, shirts that you could pick up that are real comfortable, nice material. And stop by and see the Real Man in Mesilla right off the Mesilla Plaza. Here's a look at the first half scoring in this game. First for the Knights, who lead it by 14. They're led by Lenny Washington, who I have with 11, 10 for Brandon Karras, a 2 in double figures already for the Knights. 7 points for Rivera, 5 points for Pacini, 5 points for Wilson, and 2 points for Christian Williams. For the Trojans, they're led by Cameron Sowards, who has 11, 8 for Anthony Escobar, 3 points for Green, 3 points for Munoz, and 1 point for J.J. Davis. Knights are 4 of 8 at the foul line. I said that the Trojans hadn't shot a free throw. I was wrong. J.J. Davis shot a couple of free throws, and he went 1 for 2 at the foul line in the first half. So the Trojans did get to the line, shooting just 2 of them. So it was Oregon Mountain outscoring Mayfield 19-15 in the first quarter, and in the second quarter, the Knights outscored Mayfield 21-11. So that's a good look at the first half statistics. The Trojans coming off a victory against Deming. They won 74-54 over the Wildcats on Tuesday night. Oregon Mountain beat Centennial 50-45 on a game you heard right here on Cool Oldies on Tuesday night, as the Knights beat the Hawks 50-45 in a nail-biter. For the Knights tonight, they're in control of this one, up 14 on the road at the half. We'll take this break. When we come back, we'll have more for you from the Trojan Gym. Knights 40, Trojans 26 on Cool Oldies.
Pregame sponsor Western Gym knows what it takes to grow successfully in Western State. Western Gym offers microbial diverse and better markets, but it's a multiple growing solutions. Options for these high yields and multiple nutrients essential in the state. Western Gym can assist you to improve the presence of those nutrients. Western Gym also sells acid-based liquid fertilizer with untapped support. Call 526-5946 or go to 7000 North Valley Drive. Ask about Western Gym and what can be done for your soil.
There's 2:42 to play until the second half starts. How long is this? How much more left in this? I can't hear you over the commercial. Okay. Tonight's game brought to you by Ben Trujillo, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. 40-26, the Knights lead the Trojans at the half. Both teams out loosening up, getting ready for second half action. Other action tonight, you've got The Bulldogs and the Hawks battling at Centennial. The Bulldogs have a makeup game against Alamogordo tomorrow. Tip-off is at 1 p.m., and we plan to be there and bring you the game from the Bulldog Gym tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We're doing it on the radio on Cool Oldies, and I think there's plans to stream it on Mesilla Valley News, Facebook, and YouTube pages, I think. I know we'll be on the radio for sure on Cool Oldies, 104.5 FM and AM 570. We're about 90 seconds away from second half action. The Knights up 14. We'll see if the Trojans have a run in them to tighten this thing up in the third quarter, as Mayfield scored just 11 points in the second quarter and fell behind by 14. Let's take this 1 minute break. Back with second half action after this on Cool Oldies.
Tonight's game is presented by Friendship Hills State Farm Insurance and Representative State Farm Insurance.
40-26, Mayfield trails the Oregon Mountain Knights at the Trojan Gym. Second half set to begin. It'll be Trojan basketball to begin this second half. So here we go. Trojans have it. Left side, Munoz. Munoz gives it off to Lawrence Flores. Flores out front left side. Drives, kicks, wide open look at a three. Good. Munoz nailed it. So that makes it 40-29, and the Trojans Sowards with a steal. He gives it off to Munoz. Munoz will work his way to the bucket, stops, turn around, and bounces it along the baseline, but it hit the baseline. He was trying to get it to Flores, and it'll be a turnover, and the basketball will go the other way. 6 points for AC Munoz. It's 40-29, Oregon Mountain by 11. Knights working against full court pressure from the Trojans. Coombs gets it across the timeline to Rivera. Free throw line jumper good. He's got 9. He averages 6 points a game. He had 9 against the Hawks. And it's 42-29. Oregon Mountain with the lead. Sowards. Heavy traffic free throw line jumper, draws a foul, and he'll shoot free throws. So the Knights by 13. Trojans going to the line. They didn't get to the line very much in the first half. Just 2 free throws. Foul goes against Aiden Pacini. That's his first. Cameron Sowards will go to the line. And Cameron will shoot 2. First is good. He's got a dozen now. He averages 9.6 points a game. He's only a 45% free throw shooter. 42-30. Oregon Mountain with the lead. With 6:58 to play in the third quarter, and Sowards at the line for a second free throw attempt. It's on the way. Good. He got them both. He's a good shooter. Kind of puzzling that he hasn't shot free throws that well this year. 6:55 and counting to play third quarter. Mayfield's pressing. Oregon Mountain gets it across. Lenny Washington out front left side. Gives it off to Rivera. Right side to Pacini to Washington. Washington bounces it inside to Karras. Gets a defender off his feet. Draws the foul. Lays it up and in. He'll go to the line. 12 points for Brandon Karras tonight. He averages 15.3 points a game for the Knights. It's 44-31. Oregon Mountain with the lead. The foul goes against J.J. Davis. That's his third. Wilson goes in. Pacini comes out for the Knights. And another free throw attempt for Karras, who's 0 for 2 tonight at the line. He shot free throws well against the Hawks on Tuesday night. He drains the free throw. I have it at 45-31. Oregon Mountain with the lead. There's an over and back violation against the Trojans. And they've just corrected the scoreboard. It was at 43-31, but they've got it correct now. That kind of stuff distracts me. And it's scoreboard's not what's official. It's what's in the scorebook. So sometimes the scorebook person has to nudge the scoreboard operator and say, you need to, correct it. But when it's wrong on the board, it kind of distracts me till they do fix it, even though they had it all along. So it's night basketball. Wilson on the left wing. Gets a screen, goes to the top of the circle, kicks to Karras left wing, steps inside the arc, in the paint, to the hole. He's called for a travel. Power move into the paint, going to the hole, shuffled his feet at the bucket. He made it, but it's no basket. Traveling turnover, Trojan basketball. 45-31, the Knights with the lead. 6:23 to play in the third quarter. Trojans get it across, a trap. Escobar gives it off to Sowers, back to Escobar to the hole. Banks it up, no good. It crawled off the front of the iron. Rebound to Lenny Washington of Oregon Mountain. He gives it off to Coombs, to Washington, across the timeline to the right wing, into the right corner. They get it to Williams, inside to Karras, and he banks it up and in. He's got 15, and it's 47-31. Oregon Mountain by 16 with 5:54 to play in the third quarter. Trojans in the front court. Davis, swing it to Munoz. Munoz, double team, bounces it on the perimeter to Sowers. He's double teamed. He'll penetrate, stops, he pops, and he hits. Cameron Sowers has 15, and it's 47-33. Oregon Mountain leads it on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. 5:30 to play third quarter. Trojans with the three-quarter court press, and here is a steal. Green going to the bucket, and Green got fouled, and a big collision under the bucket. Hopefully he's okay. And they'll check on him. He's half up the hallway. 5:22 to play in the third, 47-33. The Mayfield Trojans trail the Oregon Mountain Knights, and Rocky Gonzalez goes to check on his player. And we've got a little bit of delay here. Let's take a break, a 30-second break. It's 47-33 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. The Knights lead the Trojans. You're listening to Cool Oldies.
Only $70 that is on point. 10 people for $70. Serve up 5 sauces and ranch. 24 packs starting at 5 pieces. Lots of salsa and ketchup, including the white chips plus 22 today. Sports Bar and Grill, 10% party pack, and
we're in a delay, 5:22 to play third quarter, 47-33. Oregon Mountain leads Mayfield. Knight has been shaken up. And he was shaken up heading into the little tunnel that is on the western side of the gym. The athletic training rooms back that way, as are the old football offices. I think that's now a basketball office. And I imagine they took him right into the training room. The foul goes against Wilson, his first. I think he's the shaken up Knight. It'll be Trojan basketball with 5:22 to play in the third quarter. Mayfield's down 14, looking to get a run started here and get back into this thing. Sowers left wing, out on top to Munoz. Munoz drives, throws it up, in, and it crawled out of there. Rebound pulled down by Karras. That went all the way in and came out. Unbelievable. Knights have it in the front court. Pacini, corner right side. 3 from Williams, nothing but net. Christian Williams has 5. And that makes it 50-33. Big switch around there with that one that went in and came out. And then a 3 on the other end. Trojans turn it over. Washington with a steal. Washington up the floor. Kicks it right corner. And a 3 from Pacini, no good. And up with it is the Trojans. Trojans Bring it up. Munoz on the right wing to Sowards. Three-pointer top of the circle. Good. Boy, did they need that. Sowards has 17. He's having a good night, but it's 50-36. Oregon Mountain by 14 still. Coombs to Washington. Right side to Pacini on the perimeter. Feed it inside to Karras. He puts it up. No good. Rebound hits the floor. Up with it is J.J. Davis. Trojans coming the other way, down 14 with the ball. Almost halfway through the third quarter. Davis, top of the circle, left alone, launches and misses everything. A little bit of an air ball. A lot of an air ball. Ashton Watson goes in. Cameron Sowards comes out. He has 17 to lead Mayfield. He averages 9.6 a game. Knights by 14 with the ball. Trojans pressing. Coombs to Washington. Washington gives it off to Coombs, still in the backcourt. Coombs gets it across, bounces or feeds it off to Pacini. No bounce pass. Pacini goes to the hole. Shot blocked and a foul against Mayfield. Escobar picks up the foul. It's his second. And the Knights to the free throw line with 3:58 to play in the third quarter. The Knights are up 50-36 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Aiden Pacini to the free throw line for the first time tonight. He had 9 points against Las Cruces last weekend and 9 points against Centennial on Tuesday night. He has 5 points tonight. 50-36 the score. The Knights lead the Trojans, and Pacini will go to the foul line, and he hits. Aiden Pacini has 6. 51-36. Oregon Mountain with the lead. Second free throw is on the way. Back of the rim, front of the rim, no good. Trojans rebound it. Down 15 with the ball. It's lost. Up with it is the Knights. Trojans steal it back. Watson feeds it off. With the basketball is Green. Munoz with it. Now to Green. To Watson. Watson right wing. Drives. Bangs into Washington. They let him play through some contact. Ball's loose on the floor. And a traveling call against the Knights as Pacini had it down on the floor and was sliding after diving, and they call him for traveling. Mayfield will take a timeout. It's a full timeout. A minute break on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. 3:34 to play third quarter. It's the Knights 51, the Trojans 36 on Cool Oldies.
Let's hear it for the Trojan cheerleaders.
(51-36). Oregon Mountain leads Mayfield. 3:34 to play third quarter. Trojans took a timeout, trying to find a push here to get back into the game. A drive, a shot thrown up. It hit the backboard, or the back of the backboard. Green missed it. And it'll go to the Knights. First Sowards returns. Escobar comes out. 3:28 to play in the third. 51-36 to score. Oregon Mountain with the lead. Williams at the free throw line in the backcourt. Williams gets it across the timeline. Slows it up at left wing. Gives it off. And it's over and back violation. 51-36. Mayfield trails it, and they will get the ball back after the Oregon Mountain turnover with 3:19 to play in the third. Trojan basketball, it'll be Watson to trigger, gets it into Green. Left side to Sowards. He has 17 to lead Mayfield tonight, 17 of their 36. Here's a drive. Green draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line and shoot two. Cheney just picked up foul number 2. Free throw good by Jalen Green. He's got 4. Trojans are now 4 for 5 at the free throw line, and it's 51-37. Oregon Mountain with a lead. Second free throw on the way. Off the right side of the iron. Kicks left, goes out of bounds. Soward says it's going to go to Mayfield, and the official says it's going to go to Mayfield. Soward sold that. Rivera checks in. He's had a nice game with 9 points. Coming out of the games, Ethan Coombs, who's a freshman, 5'10 freshman, averages 2.1 points per game. 14-point lead for Oregon Mountain. Sowards gets it in. The horn blew. Scoreboard operator accidentally blew the horn. Trojans get it in. Here's Munoz with a floater, and he nails it. AC Munoz with 8. He averages 7.6 a game, so he's got his average. And Mayfield's chipped away and cut it to 12 at 51-38. 2:49 to play third quarter on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Left side, Williams. Looks inside, lobs for Karras. They come to help. Karras banks it up and in anyway. He's got 17. They have no answer for him. 53-39, Oregon Mountain with the lead. Sowards in the right corner. Puts it on the floor. One-step dribble. Kills it. Feeds it off. Green. Munoz wide open. Look at a three. Drains it with Washington flying at him. 11 for AC Munoz, a 30% three-point shooter, and it's an 11-point game. Washington kicks out 3 from Williams. Front iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Watson to Mayfield. He gives it off to Munoz. Munoz up the far sideline, has it poked away by Williams and out of bounds. It'll be Trojan basketball. Washington comes out as Coombs comes in. 2:04 to play third quarter, and the Trojans are down 11. They've been down by as many as 17. Green bounces it off to Watson at the head of the key. He drives, scoops it up. It's blocked by Karras. Watson caught it, and he was out of bounds. It'll be night basketball. 1:55 to play third quarter. An 11-point lead for the Knights, and they're throwing it in against the Trojan denial press now. Mayfield denying Rivera. Coombs in the backcourt. Right hands it across the timeline. Gives it off to Williams. He's in front of the Knight bench. To Coombs, left side to Pacini. Man-to-man defense for the Trojans. They've cut it to 11, night basketball. Coombs in the right corner. Watson trying to take it away from him. Now we got a whistle and a timeout, Oregon Mountain. 1:34 to play in the third quarter. The Trojans are down 11 to the Knights on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard, 53-42. 30-second break on Cool Oldies. $1:34 to play third quarter. It's an 11-point lead for the Knights. They get it into Karras. Sowards wrestles it away. Karras somehow ends up with it again. Free throw line jumper good. He's got 19. It's 55-42. Oregon Mountain with a 13-point lead on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. 1:18 to play in the third quarter. Green puts it on the floor. Left of the key three. Good. He's got 2 3-pointers and 7 points, and it's 55-45. Oregon Mountain by 10. Rivera, top of the circle three. In and out, no good. Nobody there to rebound for the Knights. Green pulls it down for Mayfield. Green brings it across the timeline, crosses over, left of the key, bounces it to Sowards. Three, left corner, no good. Long rebound, pulled down by Williams. Oregon Mountain with the ball. Rivera gives it off to Karras to Rivera. Going to the hole. His shot's blocked by Green and a foul on Green. Green thought it was clean. 40 seconds to play in the third. The Knights by 10. And Dorian Rivera, a 6'3 senior at 6.1 points per game, has 9 tonight. He'll get a couple free throw attempts here with 40 seconds to play in the third. First one's good. An 11-point Knight lead. And the second one on the way, good. So he's in double figures with 11 now. 57-45, Oregon Mountain by a dozen. Green, left side, a drive, a floater, good. Joshua Flores, 6'1 junior guard with the bucket. 57-47, Oregon Mountain. Karras, top of the circle three, in and out, no good. Rivera rebounds. He brings it back out, gives it to Karras with 15 seconds to play in the third quarter. He gives it to Coombs. Coombs bounces it to Pacini with 9 seconds to play in the third quarter. To Coombs with 5 seconds. To Pacini. Pacini will have his shot blocked. He's almost near the half-court stripe. And then Sowards launches a three-quarter court shot that had a chance. Went off the glass strong. Went off the rim. It was a little too strong to fall. So at the end of three, 57-47, Oregon Mountain by 10 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Back in a minute on Cool Oldies. Welcome back. 57-47, Oregon Mountain by 10. This is the start of the fourth quarter, and Coombs drives, kicks in the right corner to Pacini. And his pass stolen by Green. Green gives it off to Watson. One-on-one. Baseline jumper, no good. Sowards takes it up. He's stuffed. Rebound to Rivera. Rivera double-teamed in the backcourt. Feeds it across to Pacini to Karras. Going to the hole. Collision. Offensive foul on Karras. Pulling the charge was Joshua Flores. That's 3 by my count on Brandon Karras. Mayfield down 10, 7:33 to play in the game. Mayfield's trailed by as many as 17. It's 10 right now. Washington returns. Coombs comes out of the game. It's Davis, Sowards, Flores, Green, and Watson for the Trojans. Green to Sowards, short corner left side, puts it on the floor, gives it back to Green with 7:20 to play in the game. Mayfield hasn't had it under double digits in a while. Green takes his shot up. Karras blocks it. Pacini fell out of bounds. And they're going to say that he was fouled by Green. Jalen Green picks up his third. Pacini will throw it in with 7:14 to play in the game. Pacini gets it into Karras. 49 seconds gone in the fourth quarter. 10-point lead for Oregon Mountain. They have the ball. Lenny Washington at the center circle. Left side, it goes to Rivera. They go inside to Karras, and a foul whistled. And it's on Karras. That's his fourth. Got a foul down in the post, trying to operate. So that's a big development as he leads the Knights with 19, and Mayfield seemingly hasn't had an answer for him in the post. Trojan basketball down 10. Green to Sowers. He's had a big game. He drives, gets around Karras, lays it up and in. Nice strong move by Cameron Sowers. He has 19, 57-49. Mayfield's cut it to 8. First time they've been under double digits in a long time. Karras shoots a 3 and missed it. The ball's tipped around, and Mayfield's Flores comes out of there with it, gives it to Green. To Watson with 6:23 to play in the game. 3 from Sowers. Heat check, and he drains it. 22 for Cameron, and it's a 5-point game. 57-52. Oregon Mountain by 5 with 6:08 to play in the game. Mayfield was down 17. They've cut it to 5, and they take it away here. Oh, they lost it out of bounds. Looked like a Knight turnover, but the Trojans lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with Oregon Mountain. Gabriel Lopez goes in for the Knights. Karras comes out with 4 fouls with 6:02 to play in the game. Oregon Mountain basketball, they get it into Pacini in front of the Oregon Mountain bench. He drives, goes to the hole, banks it up, no good. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It's off of Lopez. It's Trojan basketball. So Mayfield down 17 at 50-33 at one time. It's now 57-52. Sowers by himself lays it up and in. He's got 24 points, and Mayfield's cut it to 4. Make it 3, 57-54. Oregon Mountain by 3, and Karras, their leading scorers, on the bench with 4 fouls. Mayfield laying off of Lenny Washington, who's out by the center strip, dribbling it around. No pressure. Now the bench says, get out a little pressure on him, Cameron Sowers. Get the count on him, at least make him play. Washington starts and backs it away. 5:18 to play in the game. Washington in the right corner. He gives it off. Lopez with it. They get it to Rivera. Rivera's shot no good. Ball tipped around. Oregon Mountain with it. Williams' jumper won't fall. Pacini rebounds. His shot's blocked. Up with it's Watson for Mayfield. Watson gets it across the timeline to Green. Green drives. Green fouled on the way in. That's only the 6th foul against the Knights. Unless he was shooting, they won't be free throws. He was on the drive. We'll see if they say he was shooting. They're going to give him 2 shots. Foul goes against Christian Williams. It's his 2nd. And the Trojans will be at the free throw line after this timeout. 4:55 to play in the game. The 117-point lead by the Knights is down to 3. Knights 57, Trojans 54. 30-second break. You're listening to Cool Oldies. Welcome back to the Trojan Gym. It's Oregon Mountain 57, Mayfield 54, and the Trojans will be at the free throw line when we resume action. Mayfield currently on an 18-6 run. They were down 50-33 at one point, and now it's 57-54, Oregon Mountain with the lead. Green at the free throw line, a 75% foul shooter. Green has 7 points. He's 1 for 2 at the foul line. He'll be shooting 2. The first crawls around and in. 8 for Jalen Green, 57-55. Oregon Mountain with the lead. The Trojans are on a 10-0 surge and a 19-6 run. Green's second free throw bounces around and in. He got them both. 9 for Green. 57-56. Oregon Mountain by 1. An 11-0 Mayfield run has cut it to 1. In the front court, Rivera. Rivera backs his way to the top of the circle, feeds it off left side to Del Ferraro. Del Ferraro waves Williams over and hands it off to him. Karras is not on the floor. He has 4 fouls. He's on the night bench. He leads them with 19 points. Williams is called for a double dribble as Watson dove in for a steal. And Rocky Gonzalez is going to pull the trigger and send Karras back into the game with 4 fouls. And Christian Williams comes out of the game. Oregon Mountain 57, Mayfield 56. The last Trojan lead was back in the first quarter when they led it 7-6 and then stretched it out to a 10-6 lead. Green walks it up, top of the circle, 3 for the lead, air ball. He missed it badly. I mean, it didn't hit anything. Missed it right at the basket. So it's night basketball with 4:17 to play in the game. Pacini gives it off to Del Ferraro in the backcourt to Karras. Across the timeline to Rivera, and he's bumped by Watson. And Watson picks up the foul. 4:11 to play in the game, 57-56. Oregon Mountain by 1. Neither team in the bonus. That was number 5 against Mayfield. The first foul whistled against Watson. Knights to throw it in. Washington throws it into the backcourt to Karras. 4:08 and counting to play in the game. Karras. One hands it off to Pacini. Right corner to Rivera. Drives baseline. Kicks out to Pacini. Had a wide open look at a 3. Didn't launch it. Send it back out to Lenny Washington to reset the offense. Clock rolling with 3:50 to play in the game. Oregon Mountain up 17 at one time. Up 1 with the basketball. Washington dribbling, gets a screen, ball knocked away, gets it back. Washington backs it up now towards the center stripe. Dribbles between his legs, they trap him. He gives it off to Rivera, ball knocked away. It'll stay with the Knights. 3:31 to play in the game. 3 timeouts for the Trojans, 2 timeouts for the Knights. Neither team in the bonus, although the Trojans will be in the bonus the next time the Knights foul, and the Knights have 6. Del Ferraro bounces it in. Flores kicks it, so it'll stay with the Knights with 3:31 to play in the game. 57-56, Oregon Mountain leads Mayfield. Del Ferraro looking, bounces it into Karras. Karras on the right wing side. Ball over his head, feeds it back to Washington at the center circle. Washington waves away Karras, takes it to the left of the key, stops at the free throw line, kills his dribble. He gives it off to Del Ferraro. He drives, he stops, he pops from 15, and he got it to go. That's his first points of the game, and it ends an 11-0 Mayfield run. Trojans the other way. Watson muscling it up. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2. 59-56, Oregon Mountain with the lead. 3:07 to play in the game. Watson, a 76% free throw shooter. He hasn't scored in the game. He hasn't been to the line in the game. Mayfield 6 of 8 at the foul line. They were 1 for 2 at the line at halftime, so a few more opportunities at the line in the second half. Free throw no good, a little strong. J.J. Davis comes out of the game, and A.C. Munoz, the sophomore at 6'3", checks back into the game. 59-56, Oregon Mountain with the lead. Trojans at the line with 3:07 to play in the game. On the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard, Watson's free throw, good. Used all the iron and got it to fall. 59-57, Oregon Mountain by 2. Trojans with a 3-quarter court press. Lenny Washington gets it across. Washington puts it on the floor, drives to the hole. Offensive foul on Lenny Washington. Green took the charge. No free throws because it's player controlled. It'll be Trojan ball back baseline. Trojans down 2 with the ball with 2:54 to play in the game. Green walks it up for Mayfield. Bounces it off. Watson with it. Watson left of the key in the left corner to Munoz. To Green. To Sowers at the head of the key. Right side to Flores. He penetrates. Flores kicks it out to Green. Left side to Watson. He'll drive in the paint. Takes it up and he scores. He's fouled. It counts. He'll go to the line. He's got a chance to give the Trojans the lead. It's 59 all. Mayfield was down 17 at 50-33. So 26-9 since that point. The Trojans have surged and can take the lead. The foul was on Rivera. His free throw good. So Mayfield leads it 60-59 with 2:30 to play in the game. Lenny Washington in the backcourt gets it across the timeline to the free throw line. His pass knocked away, booted around, out of bounds. Trojan basketball. It went off Lenny Washington and out of bounds as it pinballed around after it was jarred free. So Mayfield playing with the lead for the first time since early in this game when they led it 7-6 and 10-6. 60-59 Mayfield, 2:22 to play in the game. Green gets it into the backcourt to Watson. Watson guarded by Rivera to Green. Green has a little trouble as it's not a real great pass. He drives now, kicks right corner, Munoz for three. It's off the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound pulled down. Pacini ahead to Rivera, layup, missed it. Rebound, Mayfield's Watson. He gives it off to Green. 2 minutes to play in the game. Here's a big collision and an offensive foul on Watson. Charging down the lane. That was a big collision, and it's Watson who took the charge. Lenny Washington stood in there and took that charge, and he's a little worse for wear after the collision. 60-59 Mayfield. Now both teams will be in the bonus after this inbounds for the rest of the game. Mayfield knocked it away. It hit Rivera and went out of bounds. It's Trojan basketball. Watson got his hand in there, knocked it away. It bounced, hit Rivera, went out of bounds, so it'll be Trojan basketball. 1:56 to play, Mayfield 60, Oregon Mountain 59 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. We'll pause 30 seconds on Cool Oldies. Look at the feed. Look. $60-59, Mayfield with the lead.
And rescoring it would mean we'd have to spin it. Therefore, we'd have to rescore it.
60-59 Mayfield, 1:56 to play in the game. Green set to throw it in. Green gets it into Sowers. Sowers at the top of the circle. Gives it off to Green. Green puts it on the floor. Green one hands it off right side to Flores. Flores to Green with 1:40 to play in the game. Off to Sowers. Watson to Green at the center circle. Green puts it on the floor. Green drives to the bucket, loses it, but he's fouled on the way in with 90 seconds to play in the game. For those of you watching, our camera tripod, I guess, has fallen apart or something. So we're doing the best we can. We're having a few technical difficulties. I have nothing to do with that. We have some people helping us, but that's a little shaky, I think. And we apologize with the game on the line, but hopefully they can get everything back together there. Foul goes against number 3, Pacini. That's his 4th. Free throw, no good by Jalen Green. He's got 9. 60-59 Trojans with 1:30 to play in the game, and Jalen Green at the line for his second. He's 3 for 5 at the free throw line. This one's good. He's got 10. 61-59 Mayfield. 1:27 to play in the game. Knights with the ball. Washington at the center circle. Gets a screen from Rivera. Takes it to the left wing. Kills his dribble at the three-point line. Gives it up, gets it back. Washington will drive the right wing a couple of steps. Gives it off to Rivera with 1:09 to play in the game. Knights being deliberate. They're down. They want to see if they can get a touch by Karras inside. Sowards has the defensive assignment. Washington gives it off to Rivera. Here's a steal by Watson. Watson lays it up no good. And we've got a whistle and a foul against the Knights, I think. No foul. What are they saying? No foul. And Knight basketball. So it's 63-59. Well, they're saying goaltend. Okay, so Watson gets the bucket. 63-59 Trojans. They're calling that a goaltend, no foul. So the Trojans are up 4. I didn't understand the signals. I thought he had called a foul initially. So goaltending the call. Give the Trojans the bucket to Watson. It'll be Knight basketball with 53 seconds to play in the game. Mayfield up 4 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. 30-second break on Cool Oldies. Welcome back. At 63-59, the Trojans lead the Knights. Mayfield down 17 at one point, has had a monster fourth quarter, has a 4-point lead with 53 seconds to play in the game. 16-2 run by Mayfield in the fourth quarter alone. Knights to throw it in. They get it in to Washington, off to Del Ferraro. He brings it up across the timeline with 47 seconds to play in the game. Underneath to Karras. Karras lays it up and in. 21 for Karras, and it's 63-61, and a travel against the Trojans in the backcourt. So Oregon Mountain gets it back with 36.9 seconds to play in the game. Mayfield 63, Oregon Mountain 61. Knight basketball in front of their sideline, in front of their bench. Del Ferraro looking to get it in, bounces it into the backcourt to Karras, who catches it back at the free throw line in the backcourt. Leaves it off to Del Ferraro, who brings it back into the front court with 30 seconds to play in the game. Right side to Pacini, to Del Ferraro at the head of the key. He drives, kicks to Karras, and it goes through his hands and out of bounds. Trojan basketball with 22 seconds to play in the game. Mayfield up 2, 63-61 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Mayfield looking to get it in. They throw it in. Sowards is fouled with 20 seconds to play in the game. So Cameron Sowards 2 for 2 at the line. He's only a 45% free throw shooter on the Trojan stats, but he's a good shooter. He's had a good night. And he's 2 for 2 at the line tonight, and he looked good shooting them. Foul goes against number 10, Del Ferraro. Sowards, free throw on the way. Good. He's 3 for 3 at the line with 25 points. 64-61. Mayfield with the lead. 20 seconds to play in the game. Second free throw, good. 26 for Sowards, 65-61 Mayfield. Del Ferraro kicks right corner to Rivera. He's bumped and fouled by Sowards. That'll be 1-1 for the Knights with 13.9 seconds to play in the game. Rivera is 2 for 2 at the line. He has 11 points. The Knights are 4 for 5 at the foul line in the second half after going 4 for 8 at the line in the first half. Dorian Rivera at the line to shoot 1-1 with the Knights down 4. First free throw on the way, back iron, side iron, no good. Rebound to Sowards. They wrap him up, and they'll send him to the free throw line on the other end. Del Ferraro picks up the foul. Mayfield by 4 at the free throw line with 12 seconds to play in the game. And the Knights take a timeout. 12 seconds to play in the game. The Trojans 65, the Knights 61 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second break on Cool Oldies. 12 seconds to play. The Trojans by 4. Sowards at the free throw line. Drains the free throw. He has 27 points. He's a perfect 5 of 5 at the foul line. And the Trojans lead at 66-61 with 12 ticks left on the clock on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. And Sowards' second free throw, good. 28 for Sowards. Trojans by 6. The Knights pass off to Lenny Washington. Long three next to the front of the iron. No good. Rivera shoots. He's fouled. He'll shoot 3 with 2.4 seconds to play in the game. So a mistake by Mayfield to foul in that situation clearly, but don't know if there's enough time for the Knights. Down 6 with 2.4 to play in the game, but it extends the Knights' hopes. Rivera is 2 for 3 at the line. He has 11. Mayfield's outscored Oregon Mountain 20-4 in the fourth quarter. Rivera's free throw good. 67-62 Mayfield. Rivera should get 2 more free throws. 6'3" senior guard has a dozen. Second free throw good. 67-63 Mayfield with the lead. 1 more for Rivera. 2.4 to play in the game. Free throw on the way, good. He hit them all. 14 for Rivera. 67-64 Mayfield. The Trojans by 3. Watson comes out of the game. Isaac Purchase, the junior, goes into the game to throw the ball in. 2.4 seconds to play. Purchase throws it in. Steele. Karras for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. And we have a whistle, and that's the ball game. They got a shot at it. But Karras couldn't drain it as Mayfield turned it over. But Karras missed the 3 at the horn, and the Trojans prevail 67-64. Huge fourth quarter for the Trojans as the Trojans outscore Oregon Mountain 20-7 in the fourth quarter. Mayfield improves to 10-9, 4-1 in the district, and 3-2 here at home. Oregon Mountain falls to 7-11, 2-2 in the district, and 2-4 on the road. We'll take a break. 67-64, the Trojans with the win at home tonight. A huge come-from-behind win, down 17 at one time. They win the game by 3. Post-game after this on Cool Oldies.